video blog. So here's the difference. As a little kid, I worked at my family's business, Waltz Brothers, and I cleaned machines, I cleaned bathrooms, and, did all kinds of janitorial jobs, and I worked in shipping, packing parts and that. And then when I came back from school, truly in college years and throughout high school, every so often I worked and helped out. But in college I came back and I worked in shipping, and I swept floors, and I packed parts, and I cleaned parts, and I would take parts, to different designations, and drop off or pick up parts that were, for the business. And then in my first breakdown, I was that way. They called me in when they needed me for a delivery, and then I would clean parts and I would sweep the floor. And then when they didn't need me, Chucky would send me home. So I did odd jobs in my first breakdown, But here's the difference. My brother, he gets a job in shipping. Not shipping, I should say, in the tool crib. Nice job. He doesn't have to clean toilets, sweep floors, or anything else. Now he's working with kitting jobs and everything else, and he has computer skill and so on, but so do I. And I'm not going to go into more about it, but it's the difference of how they've done for me nothing. I was just a handyman, and I could do these odd jobs for them, and then there was no upward mobility or no career. But for my brother, and then my older brother Carl, they gave him the comptroller job and everything else. Both of my brothers got career paths. I didn't. So, again, they just treated me, use me, abuse me, throw me away. So, big difference. My two brothers, they get career paths, and they get to provide for their lives and everything else, and I don't. So it's interesting how that works, how my family sees me and treats me compared to how they treat each of the others. Whether it's my brother's kids, Carl's kids, or Richard's kids, like Eric, they gave him a career path. And again, I'm just some guy that sweeps floors and clean toilets. That's fine. I did them with excellence. Who packed and cleaned and packed parts, and you send home, and then you bring in when you need it, and whatever. I'm just no career, no nothing. I'm just whatever. I'm an afterthought. So it's interesting. I watch how other family members are treated through my whole life, and then I watch how other families treat me in comparison. And I treat them, I've helped them out with everything and tried to give them opportunities left and right. I was there day or night whenever they needed me. My brother got into trouble. I was on an airplane, flying from Arizona to Chicago. I met with him that night. I left immediately that day when he told me. I was on an evening plane. It's a 4-hour or so flight. I met with him like 6 hours later. He needed me. Boom. But it's a big difference. And so, and this is the way God sees it, what people do with me. Employers have wrongfully terminated me. This government has wrongfully fucked me over from the federal to the county, from the federal to the state to the county to the local. And then every employer has abused me. And truly, I work with excellence, and they gave other people stuff. Even at Vanguard, I work better and harder and smarter than others, and other people ended up being in a better position than me. And I outworked them. So it's interesting on how this goes for me. I always get the shaft. And they always get paths and doors open for them. Where is the same? So, anyways, leaving this video.